Estimated mean from a frequency table with continuous data. When finding a mean from a frequency table with continuous data, you'll often be asked this question by itself because it's a bit more tricky. It's not called a mean because you can't find out exactly what the mean is. It's an estimated mean, and this is what is referred to in an exam question. So let's have a look at an example. So remember, we're finding the mean average. This is the tricky one because you have to add up all the values and then divide by the number of values. Now the only problem in a frequency table with continuous data is we don't know what each of the values are. We know that there are, for example, 5 that are between 30 and 40, but we don't know what those 5 are. So what we do is we choose a midpoint. So for those 4 values between 10 and 20, we say that their value is the midpoint of 10 and 20, which would be 15. So the first thing we do is we work out the midpoints of all these intervals. So between 0 and 10, it's 5. Between 10 and 20, the midpoint is 15. Between 20 and 30, it's 25, and so on. Now once we've established a midpoint for these intervals, we then have 0 at 5, 4 values at 15, 2 values at 25, and so on. So we need to find 4 lots of 15, 2 lots of 25, 5 lots of 35, and so on, in order to add up all our values using the midpoints. So let's add another column. So this is F for frequency multiplied by MP, which is our midpoint. So we're timesing the frequency by the midpoint. So 0 times 5 is 0. 4 times 15 is 60. And so on. We then need to add all these values together. This will give our total value of our marks, and then find out how many values we had. So we'll total this column as well. Then our mean is our total values divided by how many values we added up. So we'll find our estimated mean to be 163 divided by 30, which gives us an answer of 54.3. Let's have a look at another one. So again, in this one, we know that there are 9 values in this interval, but we don't know what those 9 values are. So again, we'll just use the midpoint. So let's work out the midpoint. So we have 10, then the next one will be, of course, 30, and so on. So these are all our midpoints. The next thing we have to do is we have to multiply our midpoints by the frequency to find our total of the values. So create another column, frequency times the midpoint, 90, 300, and so on. Then the number of values we add those together. We have 29 values, and then we add up all our totals. So this will give us our total of all the values, 990, and to find the mean, the total of our values divided by how many values we had, which is 990 divided by 29, which gives us an answer of 34.1. Now it's your turn to answer a question. Pause the video and then have a go. How did you do? Here are the answers. If you answered anything incorrectly, have a look back through the video and then have another go.